What's going on, everybody? It is Tuesday night, I think. It's some night. All these days have been blending together, so craziness has ensued. Hey, Jack. Hey, Courtney. Thanks for joining tonight. So, we're going to have a chat, discussion, ask questions. We got a few guests in. We have Mike and Trish. We have Wendy Steen Shaner. We have a couple people who may be joining us a little late. So, uh, ask away if you guys have questions. Start a conversation. We're going to talk about anything. We're going to talk about a few Kickstarters that are going on. You've seen the long list of the ones that I had included, some that are starting, some that are going, some that are ending soon. So definitely check those out. They are in the description of the video. So, and I will add links in throughout the video. But without further ado, we're going to bring out Miss Wendy Steen Shaner.
Hi.
Hey, Wendy.
Thanks for having me. It's going to be so much fun.
Oh, yeah. It's always fun. We're going to have some craziness. And we've also got Mike and Trish.
Hey!
Hey, and you know what is exciting? We get you at the beginning of the video this time. Last time, I think you came in halfway through the video, Trish?
Oh, yeah. Well, I've been working like 15-hour days to get ready for, all this craziness with the shots because my company is offering them to the employees and then to the mass public. So Trisha is getting ready for that and in a secure location, you know what I mean? And making sure it's all sanitized and all that fun stuff.
So you guys are going to start administering shots there, or?
Yes, at Sam's Clubs.
Oh,
They're going to administer them at Sam's Club. It's
Yes.
not Trish giving shots.
No, Trish is not. No. I'm not qualified to do that. No. I'm qualified enough to take care of the trash afterwards, but not actually give you a shot.
So wait a minute. So this is going to be, is this the comic book that Mike's working on? The horror story of Trish giving people shots at Sam's Club and they turn into zombies because she accidentally gave them the wrong.
No.
I'm not that evil.
That would be Trish's comment.
That would so be my horror genre.
Wendy,
no, Mike's all spooky and witchy and all that fun stuff. So
you already got people trying to auction off your books, Wendy. What's going on, Rob?
You're on the Kickstarter, Rob. Go to the Kickstarter and you can pick them up. You'd be way cheaper than an auction, I think.
Hello, Jack.
Hi, Jack.
Hello, Rob.
Hi,
Hello,
Rob.
Courtney.
Oh, man. Look at that. Jack's already trying to hook us up with crossovers.
Yeah.
See, I don't even know what kind of book that Mike and Trish are working on. I have no idea.
Oh, no, it's all Mike. It is all Mike. I won't even read the script to it because I'm like, I don't want to give any opinion because I'm very particular on what I read. And so
you're very odd.
Yeah, I'm odd.
Well, that's why we could all see it happening, Trish, with the horror story, with you giving shots. I mean,
you know what, though? In all fairness, I did actually, all praise to Jim, be it, but if Jim can write a comic, I thought, you know what, I'm going to try. So Travis had an open submission thing, for his. So I submitted something to Travis. Travis may laugh at me and it may not be what he's looking for, but I tried.
Look at that. See, I just want to know what rack he's bidding on. Are you bidding on mine, Rob? Are you bidding on my rack?
I think he's bidding on the rack of comics behind Wendy. I think it might be worth more than $5.
I think you'd be a little bummed because right now they're just the medals.
I still, for $5, the medals is a hell of a deal.
It is, especially for, there's I think 12 up here.
Hey, Wendy, I spent like $50 at the carnival for the shiny, glass things back in the day that had that pretty, I spent $50 dart shooting. So, you know what? $10, 15, 30, that's good.
I read this article on Facebook. It's one of the signs that you might be a dragon. Collect shiny things. Facebook does not lie.
No, Facebook never lies. It always tells the truth.
If it's on the internet, it's got to be true.
That's right.
If only I could get across to Facebook that I'm not interested in Publishers Clearinghouse, Bitcoin, or any other $3 million things just being given away.
Oh, so funny thing today. So this guy's been a friend on my friends list for like forever and has tons of people in common with me. So A, he's just been waiting to get to me on the list of people he's trying to scam, or B, somebody hacked his account. But I get message from him on Facebook today, and he's like, "Hey, have you heard about the new FH grant or whatever?" And I'm like, "Oh, really?" I was like, "Tell me all about it. I needs all the monies." And he's like, he's like telling me all this stuff. He's like, "Do you know how to get in contact with him?" I was like, "Well, I tried calling him on my jitterbug, but I ran out of minutes. So, is there any way that they can use a solo cup phone? Because that's the only phone I have that works right now." And they're messaging me, and they're like, "Well, we can email you the information. Their solo cup phone isn't working right now." And I was I was cracking up. I was like, "Well, are you sending that to my what did I say? I don't even remember. It was something funny." And I was like, "Or is that going to go to my AOL account?" And they were like, "Oh, it'll go to your AOL account." And I had I'm sitting at the stop pumping oil, and I'm just rolling on, just making up crap. And I think after a while they finally caught on because I didn't get a response. I didn't say anything like out of the way. I was just making up crap as I went. But eventually, I guess they got fed up with messing with me or something, and they gave up, which was really disappointing because that's the most fun.
Yeah.
$35. And Josh says $10 for a rack of metal claim, $20 to the lady in the corner. What's going on, Mike?
I guess it depends on how high we go.
I don't know, a rack of metals. They're probably gonna have to get a lot higher before that's the worthwhile thing.
Yeah, we're gonna start it out. Let's see how many medals are up there. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think there might be 10.
All right, so we're starting it out at $1,000. So Rob, bring out your wallet.
All right.
So Smithers.
But I like Jack's thing. Let shiny things live in a cave. Must be a dragon.
Yep.
Forgot breathe fire. Now I can't personally breathe fire, but my mom could breathe fire. She was able to do that thing where you take butane into your mouth and spit it out on a thing and just fire like Kiss does.
That's awesome.
I was like, "You can do what?" My mom showed me it one time, and I went, "Oh."
1,000 pesos. What is that, like $4?
Yeah, I know.
Josh already claimed it at $10. It's gone. Gotta wine me and dine me to get me up to 1K. Well, hey, for 1K we'll fly you out and we'll wine you and dine you, and then you can take your medals with you, and then we don't have to ship them.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, I can buy some Boone's Farm. I think it's like $2.90 a bottle, and I got a piece of bread. Hey, there you go.
She can get you a box of wine at Sam's Club for like $11. It's like 4 gallons.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so I just thought it was a joke, when a few years ago when the women that came in and I have to have box wine. Now I see these women and they have like cartloads, and I'm like, are you having a good night or a good weekend? I'm like, no, it's just for the night. And I'm like, oh my gosh. I'm like, that's a lot of wine. They're like, oh yeah, my girlfriend drinks like 3 or 4 bottle or boxes. I'm like, damn.
Yeah, and he says we're not talking Happy Meal, so you gotta get him a 10-piece at least, because the Happy Meal only comes with 4, so just get him a 10-piece and he's good.
We're not talking McDonald's, buddy. We're talking Taco Bell.
We're gonna get you some nacho fries. So I gotta ask, the last time we talked, we were on here and Smithers was telling us all about how Taco Bell brought the nacho fries back. Did you get them on the day they released, Mike?
Oh, I'm so upset. I get to tell it. It was me.
Okay.
They were released on Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
I was super excited about it. And I was like, we should go get them. And Trish is like, let's wait till I'm off work. I was like, all right. Says, places will be open. I'm like, I trust you. I was wrong. It closed at 6 o'clock, and Trish got there at like 6:20. And the worst part of the whole thing was I told Omri, and he went out and got it and put it on Facebook, and I was like, oh, that's going to be mine in a couple hours. And that did not happen. But then the next day, Christmas, all sorts of people came over, decided to clog up my house. Now, I had 3 plans for those 3 days. I wanted nacho fries and a chicken bacon chalupa. I didn't get it. I wanted to watch Wonder Woman 1984 on Christmas. People came over. Trish was too tired when they left, so I watched it by myself.
Oh, no.
The only part of that 3 days that worked out was when Trish went to work the next day, I watched Letterkenny the entire season because that's just for me.
He did get it though. He got it on that Friday.
Yeah, I got it.
Or
since
Saturday. He got it on Saturday. He didn't get it on Thursday, but he got it on Saturday.
But I had to see Omri eating it.
Yeah. So Thursday, we're hanging out around here. My wife's like, I don't feel like cooking, cleaning up after dinner. Do you feel like cooking anything? I'm like, no, not really. She's like, oh yeah, Taco Bell's got nacho fries. I was like, oh yeah, they do. So yeah, that's what we had on Christmas Eve for dinner. We had nacho fries and bacon chalupas. So
Yeah, see, if Russ would have posted it too, I'd have just fell over.
yeah, I don't really ever post food things because I probably ate like 6 bacon chalupas and like 4 things of nacho fries. So I don't want to look like a whale.
I figure I post enough comic books coming in. I shouldn't post food too.
The wise and powerful Wiz. Where's the Chevy cap? Oh, hold on. There you go. There you go, Stefan Papadopoulos. Uh-oh.
Steph,
So actually, Russ, I have this thing in the Quad Cities, which is just north of you. In September is HorrorCon. Now I know several people that are going. I thought I might ask you if you might go.
So I might. So I seen that when you sent that to me, it's in Chicago. So it's like about a
No, not near Chicago. No, Quad
it's in
Cities.
Iowa.
It's in Iowa.
Oh, it's in Iowa? No, we're
Yeah.
not going. Screw Iowa. Sorry. I won't even talk. I don't ever want to go to Iowa ever again. So there's a story behind this. And it's not against anybody that lives in Iowa. First of all,
Iowa.
We're from Iowa.
well, that's what I'm saying. And first of all, before I tell the story, so Courtney, it's payback for all that food porn that you post. If we're making you hungry, awesome. So, what's going on, Timothy? So here's the thing. So we went the first time we ever went to Iowa. We went up through northern Missouri, and it's like as soon as we crossed the border into Iowa, there was nothing for like 2.5 hours. Like it was just like cornfields. There was no gas stations. There was like one tree. Now you're showing Courtney Oreos.
You know what it is, Russ? It's his 100-calorie snacks. If you actually saw them, they're like this big, and
They
there's
are
2
huge.
of them.
Are you trying to convince me I need a ton of them?
No, that's your
Then
100-calorie
you should
snack.
stop. If you're going to give me one crazy ass Oreo, we pretend it's huge.
Yeah, it's huge.
Matter.
So we went up there for Roderick to ride a train because Roderick was like, what was he, 2 years old? So it was like right when he was at 2 years old. Well,
No, he wasn't quite 2 because I was pregnant with Adriana.
oh yeah, you were pregnant with Adriana. So that's right, because
19 months.
yeah. So yeah, I remember now. So I was trying to figure out what happened with the timeline. So he had the cardiac cath, and they pumped him full of antibiotics, and so like we had to fight C. diff for like a month or 2, and then he got over it, and so we were like planning this trip. We're like, we're gonna go to Iowa. We're gonna go to Boone, Iowa, and ride the Boone and Scenic Railroad up there and ride over the river, and because Roderick loved trains, and we thought that would be really cool. Well, lo and behold, of course, right when we do the trip, he has a recurrence of C. diff. So we have a toddler, well, not a toddler, and a baby, almost toddler, that is crapping himself like every freaking 30 minutes. And there's nowhere to pull off. There's no freaking rest stops. There's no gas stations. There's freaking cornfields. So I don't know how many diapers are still in those cornfields somewhere. But yeah, so it was bad. We like literally we pull off in this rest stop, and this is what I mean. Like they're probably in the cornfield somewhere. We pull off at this rest stop, and it's like rest stop ahead. So I'm from Missouri. When we have rest stops, they're glamorous. There's like 57, 60 freaking parking spots. There's these massive brick buildings loaded with bathrooms and showers and everything. We pull in at a rest stop in Iowa. It's some ramshackle rundown building that nobody's probably been in for like 60 years. And there was like this metal porta potty sitting outside. The door was rusted off and it was laying on the ground. And like where the panels were, they were all rusted out. So it was like it had open windows. And yeah, it was like, oh, and the freaking toilet was metal too. I'm like, how old is this porta potty? Like, I'm not old enough that I've ever seen a metal porta potty. This thing was like from like the 40s or something. And I'm just like, oh my God, I hope this isn't like the rest of the trip. So right when we got around the close to Boone, things really started opening up. And one thing that Iowa has to be passionate about is Casey's. Because I swear to God, there's a Casey's gas station every freaking block. Every freaking stop you go past on the highway, it's like, next exit, there's 3 Casey's. There's one this way and 2 this way. This one's 1 mile up the road. This one's 2 blocks, and this one's 5. And yeah, Casey's and Walgreens.
No, okay, I got to tell you about your state. Okay? We come from Iowa through Missouri. There is a sign. It says, this is your last rest stop for 167 miles. 167 miles. Okay, just to point that out. When you're coming out of Iowa into Missouri, 167 till the nearest potty. When you have little kids in the car, it's like, oh God, where am I going to go? And so, no offense, Missouri has piddle spots all the way down that road, going down 35. Just want to point out.
That's right, chicken nuggets. That's the way to be, Courtney. Gotta love them chicken nuggets. I can move mountains with my mind. So yeah, well, I mean, at least the one thing about Missouri is if you got biodegradable diapers, they would have just melted into the cornfields. This corn tastes like shit. I don't know what happened. So the one thing about Missouri is at least like there's freaking gas stations at every single exit. Like you don't drive for 2.5 miles like and just see empty fields. Like I was like, and that was the other thing. We crossed the state line. There was no service whatsoever. So you couldn't even ask Siri or the GPS to even figure out if there was anywhere we could go to get something to eat. Because it was like 2:00 and we had drove for like 3 hours. And Tiffany's like, I'm getting kind of hungry. Where are we going to go for lunch? I'm like, I don't know. There's corn in the field. Like we haven't. I was afraid to turn off because I'm like, we're going to be lost in the freaking backwoods somewhere in Iowa and we're going to get murdered by some axe murderer. Oh, man. Fun times. You haven't been to enough states if you haven't seen a metal porta potty before. I have never seen a metal porta potty before. Does the show from a metal porta potty? The doors behind them. Get out of here. Occupied.
I went out to San Diego for the Comic-Con in the 90s, 1,000 years ago. And I went to this old hotel, and they had like a gate that you pulled across the elevator, and then it had a door with a door handle like in a house that you closed before you took it up or down. A door like in a house with a handle. JW!
How you feeling?
I'm just kind of worn out. Like, I don't know. I've just been sleeping on and off all day. Yeah. I don't feel as bad as I did the last couple of days.
Well, that's good. Well, if you don't feel up to it, man, you don't have to stay here the whole time. I know you said you wanted to jump on, so I sent you the link. Everybody saying hi.
We're thinking about carpooling with David and Christy and then heading up that way. We can stop and pick you up too, and we'll show you how to get through Iowa.
Okay.
It's
In the corn.
There's no trick. It's just find 80 and you're good.
Well, 80 is halfway through Iowa. So
No,
you've got
the
some,
interstate. That 80 goes across Iowa.
80 goes from Chicago through Iowa.
Yeah.
So you got to get to 80. It's halfway through Iowa.
Oh, but if you get there, you're good.
Yeah. Once you're halfway through, you're good.
Yeah.
80's big.
So for those of you, well, we're going to stop and take a quick talk about some of these projects that are listed in the description of the video. I don't want to kind of gloss over them since we got this guy on here and this fine young lady right here. So if you haven't got and joined Naughty Faeries Con, get on it right here with this lady. Get some of these awesome metal books behind her. All kinds of cool stuff. What are we at, Wendy? 34, 35 unlocked stretch goals?
I think it's 44.
34?
44.
Yeah. Oh, 44.
44.
Well, see, man, I must have missed a whole bunch last week. So we're at 44 unlocked stretch goals. Yeah, cross promotions coming up with another project in the description. Into the Suck starts January 28th.
Yeah.
And you also have Nebula Pearl, Too Hot for Kickstarter, starting on February 3rd.
And that's just the outside. You guys haven't even heard about the inside yet.
No.
Wow.
Yeah, you guys should go check out the post where Wendy and CB and Michael Shoemaker were talking about the stuff that they were writing in that book. Steph read it and he had to go to bed. And we also have this young fellow down here has a book on Kickstarter as well, Omni. The link is in the description. You've got 9 days left, and well, let's see how far. I think
It's about $645.
So $645 from goal. So if something that all you viewers out there can do for me after the show, go out, click on that link, copy and paste, and share this guy's Kickstarter out there. He's got 9 days left. This is the second time running the campaign. Guy's got an awesome story. If you want to hear it, we did a live show a few weeks ago, and you can find out about JW and his passion for this book, his passion for this project, and what it's all about. So definitely share that out. Whoops, wrong way. Share Wendy's Kickstarter out. We've got Compendium of Dread, which has 8 days left on it. That's Meredith Lawford's project. And starting February 16th, Xenonanite Titan, The Fall Before the Rise, makes its return to Kickstarter, and we're going to kick ass and take names this time. So click that link in the description and hit follow me. That's right.
I posted all the Kickstarters that we backed. I don't know where I posted them because they didn't come up.
No.
That's the one thing. Thank you, Russell, for not putting it with everybody else's Kickstarter, because honestly, this next pay period, when I get paid on Thursday, I owe out $712 for Kickstarters.
Oh, man.
Oh.
Well, I do want to say this. This is the first time anybody else is hearing this outside of that, but there are going to be crossover promotions. And there's some cool stuff in the works. And if you guys didn't see the post that I posted 2 days ago, you get a little glimpse at one of the crossovers. And it's there's some cool stuff rolling in. So there's going to be some cool, fun crossovers that are going to take place with some of the other projects that are going to be happening, and I'm really excited about it. We got some fun ideas that we went through.
I was trying to stir up a crossover last night from the Peanut Gallery with Naughty Faeries and Belial and Jim's Violet character, and the only thing I couldn't settle on was who to cross them over in Tom's BDI universe, which is big. And there's lots of choices, but
well, and that you couldn't do a crossover of Belial and Naughty Faeries because Link would have too much fun with the fairies. Like, I mean, I don't even get Chuck started on that, and Sean would just get too excited about that too. Sean would just be like, "Oh my god, this is gonna be so much fun! I got all 8,000 jokes already lined up, ready to fire off. We're going to need to do a giant size 64-page issue at the least."
No.
Yeah.
They'd start that way, but then Sean would think about drawing 64 pages.
Yeah.
Chuck can probably write 64 pages in a few days, but drawing, that takes time.
Yeah, but Naughty Fairies, come on, that's fun.
Oh yeah, I think
That's
it
not
would
work.
be. If I could draw, I think it would be, but I draw 1/2 an hour a week. I'm practicing every week. It's on Thursday.
On
My drawing
Thursday. Where you can draw. Oh man. Yeah, I wish I could have got in on it last week. Last week sucked. I got home probably like an hour after the show, and I was eating dinner while you guys are drawing. So I was like, I was gonna go back, but I was like, I'm too pooped for this. Need a map for cross promo.
There is a map on my Kickstarter page. You can follow the map. Back this one, then this one, then this one, then this one, and then you get all 4. Yeah, no, that's not happening.
Yeah, Lewis's Kickstarter is going to actually start after the other ones are done.
You'll be getting kisses when you get a sugar packet with their face painted on it. Sugar substitute available. Oh man. I am all out of bubble gum. You're doing Enter the Dragon crossover. Metal heavily used. Very heavily. Come on, guys. It's not Jimmy Noble style of stories. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that would be insane. So have you guys read any interesting books lately? Mike, Trish?
Yes, we did actually, and we got an amazing kick. Yes, he was amazing to get our books from, and he was really cool. And he sent a bunch of swag, and it was even after the Kickstarter because, like I said, me and Mike are a little late to the party, and we missed out on his Kickstarter. But he was really good, James Eckel, and he is on Instagram. And if you guys want his book, it is fantastic. I love it. It's not what I thought it was going to be when I started reading it, and it totally flipped the script on vampires.
No, it's vampires.
But I liked it. It was different.
Now listen, I gotta ask Lewis, are you asking what the mileage on the seat is so you can replace the one in your Hyundai?
I knew that's where that one was going. I could just feel it. Like,
Hey,
You can see the wheels spinning.
I was
the
like,
lo-
no, here it comes.
The loading sign was
Yeah,
going.
it's coming. Yeah.
I have done the dumb thing for Lewis, just like I did for Wendy. We're going to get issue 4 from Steph of Lily the Demoness. I just won't have the first 3 issues. But I also have issue 4 of Naughty Fairy Stripper Assassin.
More ginger ale.
But I don't have the first 3 of them.
I've been asleep.
I'll fix that for you.
Oh, I backed the ketchup here.
Oh, then you're, yeah, no
My
worries.
wallet there.
Yeah, Mike did the hard work. I got the
There's trying to
pack
swag.
with the original art.
You
Yeah, I
went,
forgot to have Chrissy run me back up.
he's like, oh man, I gotta go through all this work to find out what you have.
Don't ruin it for that.
On the one
They
for
had it.
CB, is that original artwork from you, Wendy, or is that from CB? That's the original artwork on that
The
tier.
cover.
For the which one?
It's a sketch cover?
The $25 one?
No, like that.
The next CB.
Okay.
Yeah, the $25. I do a blank sketch cover. So I do this.
Gatorade and everything.
No, Tristan
No.
is not cheap at all. No, we're like, oh, what can I get and what can I afford and how much macaroni and cheese
Yeah.
do we need to get through the next 2 weeks?
Yeah, CB's doing I think it's $125 tier, and that's the sketch and a T-shirt and I think the book or something. Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Well,
there was
there's
a lot of stuff.
funny little swag in there.
And I loved it because it's a new bag I can take to work because it actually doesn't show the booblas. You know, so I'm like, I can
Booblas?
take that to work.
Yeah.
The
Oh,
booblas. You
yeah.
guys, everything you guys do with your Kickstarters, I want to take to work, but you know, I kind of have a conservative job. I can't show all the booblas.
In-N-Out Burger, we don't even have those stuff. We don't have those, buddy. Sorry to spoil your fun.
It's not. You don't have that back there.
No, we don't have any In-N-Out Burgers around us.
I
We have
We have
Whataburger.
two, like within 8 miles of each other.
Yeah, we have Five Guys burgers and fries, and I think that's about it. We don't really have any good burger restaurants. We used to have this place. It was awesome. That was in Stanton, Missouri. It was called Rooster Steakhouse, and they raised their own cows and ground their own beef, and they had these rooster burgers, and they were like freaking humongous. And it was the first place I ever went to that had Country Bob steak sauce. And see, I was always an A1 person up until we went there and we had their burgers because they had buy one get one free night on Wednesday. So I always win every Wednesday. And I got these rooster burgers, and that was like the best burger place we had around here. And then they closed up, and now it's a wedding reception place.
Oh. Yeah, you know what's funny is like In-N-Out is really big out here, and it's okay. I'm not a huge fan of In-N-Out personally. We don't eat there very often.
Yeah, I've heard a lot about it, but I've never eaten there before.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm good eating. I like Mexican food anyway, so if I had a choice, I'll eat Mexican food.
Now there is a burger joint I would love to take every single person that I know, and I want to point out it's called Zombie Burger, and it is in Des Moines, Iowa.
Ooh.
It is a zombie themed restaurant, and everything is like they call it like unicorn brain like shake, and they call it cereal, and like it is all. It's awesome. It's like run for your lives, the menu. It's like a newspaper, and you can take it with you. And it's like run for your lives. The food's coming, instead the zombies are coming. And it has the whole menu. It's amazing. I'd love to take every single person there and have everybody go because it's so fresh.
Yeah, they have a secret menu. I don't know. My kid would order from it, and I'm just like, whatever. I wasn't all that interested in it. Yeah.
Yeah,
We have a
Lewis is
couple in here that are really good.
Lewis is totally right. The whole thing about mom and pop places have the best burger.
Yeah.
Big chains are kind of gets his money's worth at Golden Corral. Yeah, we don't go there either, man. We've had some.
We have one out here.
Not
where I'm at.
We have a bunch of them around here, but man, those places they let kids run up and stick their hands in everything, and then like the first time you ever go there, you're like, oh man, this is awesome. They got steak on the freaking buffet, and they got everything you can think of. They got Chinese, they got steak, they got salad, they got nachos, they got mashed potatoes. It's like a Ponderosa, only they have good food, and until you see like all these 8, 9, 10-year-old kids, and they're like sticking their hands in the chocolate fountain, and there's tongs, and they're picking up the food with their hands, and you're just like, oh my god, yeah, I'm good.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm trying to send the link to Lewis. I'm gonna try to coerce him into coming on the show from Highland Day Studios.
Yes.
And so your menu is longer than their actual menu. Yeah, it's kind of like Starbucks. And the problem is half the time when you go there, they're like, what? I've never heard of that before. Go to Tasty Burger right next to Fenway. Best bacon cheeseburger I've ever had. Yeah, the only other place that I've ever been to that was kind of crazy is Quaker Steak and Lube. Have you guys ever heard of that?
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't think I'd go there.
Yeah. So
it's like a wing place mainly, right?
Yeah, it's a wing and a burger place. So it's kind of like, so it's in Springfield, Illinois. There's one, and it's kind of like set up like a raceway. And instead of Quaker State, it's Quaker Steak and Lube. So they have steak and they have burgers and they have wings. And it was kind of a decent place. I used to frequent there whenever I did over the road trips. But like I said, we don't have anything like really good out this way. Like, I think the closest thing we have to us as far as the chain restaurant besides fast food is like Applebee's. And it's a shame too, because
Applebee's is almost chained.
yeah, it is. Well, that's what I mean. And so the other thing Outback, we had one of those, but it closed down too, the closest one to us anyway. And stuff that is totally a false statement. I always fill up on salad. Dude, when I go to a freaking buffet place, I get one of those big plates and it's like this high with salad. I freaking love salad.
We have a couple really good like barbecue place. We have a place called Rattlers that is phenomenal in Stonefire. Really good stuff.
I'll let you treat me and see me there. What did he say? Oh, when you went in there, did you think you were going to get lubed up? So no, the funny story is I never even heard of it. Like they sent me to, it was one back before the job that I have now. So like now I deliver motor oil. And back then I used to deliver cooking oil. I did that job for like a year. And I did an over the road route Wednesday and Thursday. So I went up towards Chicago Wednesday night, stayed in like Peoria, Bloomington, anywhere up there, Washington, Illinois. And then the next day I'd work my way back and finish the route out. So I went to Springfield. I'm like, Quaker Steak and Lube? What the hell is that? Like, this place sounds so screwed up. And like when I pull up, it's right next to this mall. And it legitimately looks like a speedway. I'm like, why in the, and it's really funny. It's like a neat little sit down restaurant. And they got like, it's kind of like 54th Street. If you ever been to a 54th Street bar and grill before, and they got like airplanes hanging from the ceiling and stuff. So it's kind of like that in there, but they have like cars, and then they have like little cars the kids can ride on, and they can go ride around while you're eating and stuff. It was a trip. I can tell you that. So what about you, JW? You read any interesting books lately?
Well, I don't know. Interesting. in different ways, I guess. I don't even.
We're not talking about nudie mags. We're talking about.
Who even gets nudie mags anymore? Porn's free on your tablet or whatever. You don't even need to pay for anything. But I can't think of the name of it because I have it way over there. But can't think of it. But there's a couple. I just got some new Kickstarter things I backed this week that I didn't realize was coming. One was delivered on a Sunday. I think I have that here.
I love getting mail on a Sunday. That's
I
like,
have it right
what?
there. Yeah, like I was laying here sick, and I heard like the mailman pull up and come up on the porch. I'm like,
I didn't order anything from Amazon.
Yeah, like, and it wasn't even UPS. It was sent like, U.S. mail. I'm like, I didn't know they were delivering stuff on a Sunday.
I still think they're super far behind.
Oh, they are. I have stuff that I shipped out on January 2nd. One was to Omaha, Nebraska. It got there, I think, on the 11th. Another one was going across the state, just outside of Philadelphia, and it still hasn't arrived yet. And I could have literally walked it there by now.
Yeah, I was like Wendy trying to ship out all the Naughty Fairy Steampunk playing cards right before Christmas and trying to get them to everybody. That was like mine. I got super excited because I was like, oh, mine are going to be here Saturday. And then like Saturday, the mail ran and they didn't come. I was like, that bastard he left with my package. He didn't leave it here. So I'm getting ready to go run a marathon and chase him down because trust me, it happens all the time. I got to chase him down. But I look it up and it says it's still sitting in California. I'm like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
I was like, I'll murder you.
I tried.
We both got ours early. We got tracking numbers for them, I believe, and Trish is like, mine's not going to be here till the day before Christmas or the Wednesday, the day before Christmas Eve or something.
Well, see, that's weird.
Well, mine's supposed to be here Monday, and both of ours arrived on Saturday together, so they were multiple days early. I was like, I don't know. Maybe the post office likes us this time. We won a lottery or something.
Well, see, that's weird. If you ship west, it arrives early, and if you ship east, it arrives late. Because, like,
We're definitely east of California.
Yeah, and so like when I shipped that book to you, Wendy, I think it said it was going to be like 3 to 5 days. You had it the next day.
Yeah, like
and
sometimes it'll get there like crazy fast, and other times it takes forever. So it just depends. on who's
No, man, you wouldn't believe what you would do when you have like a Vampirella slab that shows up, and we're talking like Vampirella #1. That was one of the very first books that the post office took off with, and I told she's had to chase him down. I told my wife, I was like, I have a package coming today. I mean, this has been like 2 years ago. I'm like, I have a package coming today. Make sure they deliver it. So the mailman delivers, and she's like, well, are you sure you have a package? I'm like, yeah, I have a package. I'm absolutely positive. It's not a cheap one. And she ended up having to drive down and follow him because he was like, the mailmen around here are like speed demons. They go from house to house. It's like, and then they're only literally going like 100 feet, and they floor it between houses. So like she had to go run them down, and so it's the same thing with me. Tiffany will leave somewhere, and she'll be like, "Hey, I ordered some supplies from Amazon for my business. They're supposed to be coming today. Will you make sure they show up?" So you got my freaking janky ass running down the stairs, running after the mailman, going, "Hey!" And they stop and they're like, "Can I help you?" I'm like, "Yeah, you have a package?" "Oh, no, I don't have anything." And they open up the back and they're like, "Oh, I do have a package for you." I'm like, "You have one job, man. You have one job. You probably have a little computer that tells you what the next house is that you have to deliver a box to." And it happens literally, like, not really anymore because we don't have a whole lot of packages coming now. But last year and the year before last, it was like a daily basis. It's like, oh, I guess I'm going to go chase down the mailman again. Because who wants to have to go wait to the post office the next day and freaking go pick it up?
Back in July, I ordered something from my son for his birthday on Amazon. And of course, I'm tracking it, and then it says it's delivered. So I I was like, I texted and said, "Hey, they said it was left on the front porch. He can't find it. So I call, I get a hold of Amazon, and they're like, well, you have to get a hold of the buyer, and they'll have to file a claim. So I tried to get a hold of the buyer, and the buyer's like, well, I sent it. I ain't going to do that. I'm not like, well, you have to. Like, Amazon told me I can't do it. You have to do it. And he wouldn't do it. It was like a month and a half later, I get a text from my daughter. Zeki's present showed up today. I'm like, what was it, like on the UPS truck for a month and a half? Like, what happened to it?
Hey, Pops.
Hey, Pops. Yeah, there's been incidents. There's been a lot of incidents, and it's been crazy. It's been stupid stuff. Like Tiffany had somebody ordered a shirt from her business last week, I think it was, and so we use Pirate Ship, and with Pirate Ship you can be like, I'm setting a package out on the front porch. Please pick it up tomorrow, and you schedule a pickup, so you don't even have to leave to go to the post office. And like every time they're like, right on past the house, they put the stuff in the mailbox, and sometimes they will stop and get out of their truck and be like, oh yeah, I forgot to pick up this package. And the rest of the time they're like, screw it, I'm already past the house. We'll pick it up tomorrow. And so, it's bad enough that people are getting their stuff late because they're so far behind. But now we're not even picking up the packages because we're like, we're not going to go back. But, we can go on all day about shipping. It's been absolutely brutal. And it sucks for, you guys that sell stuff and that are shipping this stuff through the mail because, you got customers that are going, hey, where's my stuff at? And it's like, oh, I shipped that 3 weeks ago. And then they're mad because, especially if it's the first time buying from you, because I think that you're lying to them or whatever.
Yeah.
Because things have been crazy for the last year. So it's just been a messed up front on all sides with everything. But, with Wendy's, you don't have to worry about making sure that your package is on the truck because it gets delivered in a tractor trailer. The USPS tractor trailer pulls up, and they have a hell of a time here because I live right at the end of a cul-de-sac in the subdivision. And so he has a heck of a time turning around because the lady across the street, she parks on the side of the road. So every once in a while, he's got to get out and make her move her car. But
you got to feel bad for those mail people, although, because Wendy will send you a deck of cards and 37 pounds of swag to go with the deck of cards. So, I mean, that guy's really working. I mean, what if you ordered 2 decks of cards? Then you got, 74 pounds or so of stuff coming.
Well, see, Mike, Wendy fixed that for us. See, she put Naughty Fairy bucks in the package So all you had to do is whip out a few of them naughty fairy bucks and just tip your mailman, and you know
Oh,
it's
no.
all good,
I
right,
I
Wendy?
You
do
can't
tip
give
my
away swag.
no. I tip my mailman because he comes into Sam's Club every day, and I'm like, "You want an extra hot dog?" Gotcha.
I got you.
Oh, I do tip my mailman.
I tell you what, man, Sam's Club does have some biomass pizza. I tell you what, their pizza's pretty good.
Yeah, eat it for 12 years, and no.
Then it's
Well,
yeah.
I mean, if you eat it for 12 years, but like we had a Sam's membership the year that Roderick was born because they had this promotion going on that you could get a free 1 year. Uh, what's the word? Membership. Thank you. I had a brain fart. You get a 1 year membership. They were offering it, and they had called, and they're like, "Hey, we're offering a free 1 year membership to first time parents." Blah blah blah. So Tiffany's like, "Oh hell yeah, we're gonna get a Sam's Club membership. We're gonna go stock up on diapers, and you're gonna save a ton of money when the closest one's like 60 miles from our house." And so now every time Tiffany gets a hankering for greasy ass pizza, she's like, "Man, I really wish we still had a Sam's Club membership." Because every time we go, sometimes we get a whole pizza and sit there and eat it and take the rest home, or we
I don't
buy it
think-
by the
I don't
slice.
think you need a membership to go in and eat pizza
No,
now.
no, you
Oh,
don't
no?
need a membership.
No.
But I wanted to share with the class today because we started this new program. That's how many steps I took at work today.
Wow.
27,000. Are you sure she wasn't at the con all day, Mike?
Well, I'm pretty
No,
sure there are no cons around here
I
yet.
know. I'm
It's
joking.
for cancer awareness, and they're like, Trish, you want to do this thing, and they're like, for every step you take, it's like a dime, and I'm like, I'm gonna break who's ever sponsoring me, and they're like, no, you're not gonna do that many steps. What do you do in a day? A mile, maybe two. I'm like, have you walked a mile in my shoes? No. And so yeah.
Hmm.
Trish walked today at the club 10 miles.
Yeah, me and my wife used to go to Sam's Club just to get the muffins. Those big muffins.
Yes.
We'd buy and then we'd buy other stuff while we were there. But that was what we went for, was the muffin.
We would go for like one thing and spend $700 because it's like, oh look, this is such a great deal. Let's get this. Let's get that. Yeah, we haven't done the club membership stuff in years because it cost us way too much money.
Oh yeah, and that's what
it was. Never like, oh, we're just going in for one thing. Never. Nope.
Yeah, and that's how it was for us because it's like 60 miles from our house. So we go to Sam's Club and we're like, all right, we're gonna stock up. We're gonna buy like 50 pounds of hamburger, and we're gonna get the 55-gallon drum of Kikkoman soy sauce on the end cap. Because it's like $15 compared to the $4 bottle you buy at Walmart. So you're like, what the hell? 55 gallons of soy sauce. We'll use that eventually. And it's totally a joke, but that's how it is when you go there because you see stuff and you're like, oh wow, this is such a great deal. I'm gonna get this. Like we bought our bath towels there because Tiffany fell in love with the color, and of course we couldn't find anywhere else. And so I had to go to different Sam's Club while I was working and stop on my lunch and go in because our Sam's Club that we visited only had the towels, and this other one had the hand towels, and another one had the washcloths. I was like, oh god.
Are we back?
Yeah, we're back.
We're back.
Okay.
Yeah, you cut out there for a second. So what about you, Wendy? Have you read anything interesting or watched anything crazy lately?
Well, no, because I fall asleep during movies, which I told you guys that. I can't stay awake long enough for a movie anymore. The last book I read, December, sent me Harleen. So I read the Harleen book, and that was fantastic. But it took me like almost 2 months to read it because it's dense and then it's really well done and really good. And I had to do it in small pieces because it's just fantastic. And I didn't want to, I don't like to rush through my stuff when I read. I think from all the years and all the years of going to school and college and stuff, I got really burnt out reading books. So they put me to sleep now, and I have a really hard time when I'm reading because I'm like, so I have to do it little bits at a time. I have a huge stack that I need to read, and eventually I'll get through all my Kickstarter books and stuff. But right now, yeah, I have Ginger Snap to finish and 3 other projects I'm working on. So eventually I'll get to it. But yeah, I don't sleep. What's that? Sleep? What's that?
Yeah, his stuff never sleeps. He's probably working on the cover right now, just listening.
Yeah,
He's telling the secretary Carrie what to type for him.
yeah. He's probably got at least 2 more totally rad covers he needs tonight.
Warsh cloths?
Warsh. Did you say Warsh?
I don't know. Probably.
What's funny is my father-in-law says Warsh. Everything is Warsh. Warsh the clothes and Warsh the car. And I'm like, what? He's from California, so I don't know where he got it.
It's still not as funny, though, as the people that say zinc instead of sink. Like, have you ever heard somebody call it a kitchen zinc before? Like,
No.
they cannot for the life of them say sink. And there's people around here that are like that, and it just cracks me up. Because you'll be talking to them, or the people that aren't from Illinois that call it Illinois. And it's like, it drives you nuts every time you hear somebody say it. Valentine's totally rad cover. Ooh.
My friend Ryan was from Maryland, and he always say water. Water. And I'd like get on them all the time. It's like, but then when I moved from Pittsburgh to York, there's lots of things I would say, and they would get on me. Like, we go into Walmart, I say, I need to get a buggy. And they're like, what? A baby buggy? I'm like, no, a shopping cart. And they're like, well, then call it that. I'm like, that's not what we call it where I'm from. We call it a buggy.
Or you got soda, like Kansas. If you go to Kansas, they call it pop there.
Yeah, here everyone calls it pop, but I lived in York long enough that I call it soda. So I come back and I just rip on everybody. I'm like, if you can show me where it says pop on that bottle, I'll let you call it that.
The best word has to be,
pop.
I think here everybody calls like soft drinks or Cokes.
Yeah.
the best word has to be y'all.
It's like
No.
blended or something.
Y'all.
Y'all.
Yeah.
Which can mean you, all of you, me and you. I'm like, oh, just one word. I never have to memorize another person's name again.
Yeah.
Y'all doing
Brian.
okay?
Brian, get me a can of Cool Whip. I love that segment. That segment cracks me up every time I watch it. And if you've never seen it, look it up. And where Seth MacFarlane does the interview, and they talk about it on the show. It's freaking hilarious because he does it like 8 or 9 times, and they're just talking about the segment of Cool Whip.
Cool Whip.
Only 2 covers. Yeah, tell me about it, William. It's crazy. And see, now you got Wendy. As always, she can't keep her secrets or anything. Now everybody knows how to kidnap Wendy at the con. You just put a movie on. Anywhere near her, she'll doze off, and then you can just drag her off. And
Yeah.
great.
Yeah. That's how you do it.
That's how you do it. I mean, you got to watch out, though. I mean,
you do it.
and you got to watch Lewis. Lewis is the main culprit of this whole thing at the con. So, you know how he took the T-shirt cannon to the eye? I mean, we all seen that. That was pretty hilarious. He tries to put a mop head on his head, and he comes in doing his little hair whip, trying to pretend to be Wendy to get into the con, and it's just not happening.
Not happening.
Guest Relations is on it.
I'm so glad.
Yeah.
His security is lacking this year.
Yeah, it is. It's been really lacking. We've let a lot of crazy people in there, haven't we, Wendy?
So I have a question for you guys, just to
Yeah.
kind of get to know your personality. What is your most valued collectible or item that you own that you haven't shared with the class yet? You know what I mean? Like if somebody comes to your house, oh, I got to show you that. What is that one item?
Ours changes day to day, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
Oh, okay.
That's really hard.
Yeah, I mean, because
Yeah.
I used to have stuff like that, but I had lost a lot, after we got divorced and all this crap, and I've lost a lot of my stuff that I used to have, and then I lived in this tiny one-room place. I couldn't have much there. But I would say, like, I have started a collection of Scarlet Witch stuff. I have a whole shelf of nothing but Scarlet Witch stuff. My best friend, that was her favorite character. She was a cosplayer. That was her main character. She cosplayed that everybody knew. But 2 years ago, well, a year and a half, so I guess September of 2019, she committed suicide.
Oh,
And that was like she was my best friend, really. Like that was. So I started buying, all the Scarlet Witch stuff I could find that I could afford. There's a lot more stuff I'd like, but I can't afford it.
Oh yeah, there's what you want and what you can afford.
Yeah, but I'm happy that I have got every Scarlet Witch pop vinyl that they make. There's like 6 of them, I think. Yeah.
Well, that's cool.
that's awesome.
We know all what mine is. Mine's my Chevy hat.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. I had to say that because I'm just waiting. I was waiting for Steph to pop it in the comments that his most prized possession is Chevy cap. I really don't know. It's a hard question. It's in between, Vampirella #1 and some of the commissions that I've had done because I love all of them the same. But I think one of the most prized possessions that I have is probably the Razor. And that's because as a kid, I always wanted to go off-road and do, ride four-wheelers and stuff like that. And of course, when I get old enough to move out on my own, and I move out on my own, then my parents go out and buy four-wheelers and stuff. And I'm like, really? Why couldn't we have those when I was a kid? So, now that we've had Roderick and Adriana, and, Roderick can't do a whole lot of stuff because of, the conduit that they put in his heart. He can't play sports. He can't do this. He can't do that. So, I traded in my motorcycle and I was like, hey, we're going to get a Razor because it's got a full roll cage on it. He likes tractors. He likes, race cars and trains and stuff like that. And I'm like, I think he would really like going off-road. So I went and I traded in my motorcycle and got the Razor. And, we took that out and went off-roading for the first time. And, it wasn't my first time I've been off-roading before, but I took them out for the first time. And the kids absolutely love it. Like, that's all they talked about. So, I'll have to post a video of Roderick when I took him to St. Joe for the second time. He was probably 2.5. Yeah, this was right before his second open heart surgery. So it was in between 2 and 2.5. And we pull up at St. Joe, we got this awesome place to go down in Park Hills. It's like 700 and something acres. It's an old lead mine. And so since it's no longer a mine, and there's this whole tailings area that's, of course, over the years, it's safe now. There's not enough lead in the dirt and the tailings to actually harm you as they test it yearly, of course. But, I got this video of Roderick when we pull up there, and I'm like, where are we going, Roderick? He's like, I don't know, Dad. And I was like, would you see that sign over there? What does it say? And you just see his face go, oh, JoJo! And he is so excited. So, that's one of my most prized possessions because it's got a lot of memories with it. It's something that Roderick and all of because we can't go to Six Flags. We can't do stuff. You get these kids at school. I worried about Roderick later on going to school and all the kids talking about the cool shit they did through the summer and what's Roderick going to be like? Well, I got to ride my bike at the park and stuff. So no, we go out and we go on the Razor. The year before last, we went to Flat Nasty for our anniversary. First time ever going there. Holy shit, is it crazy? Because the hills are like straight up and down. But that's one of the most prized possessions I have, just because we have a lot of fun in it, and the kids absolutely love it. And then 2 years ago, like I said, right before we went to Flat Nancy, we got a four-wheeler. So now the whole family can ride. Because I put a bump seat in the middle of the Razor, so there's 3 seats. So I take the 2 kids with me, and of course my wife rides on the four-wheeler. So that's what I enjoy doing. I like being in the outdoors and stuff. Like, of course, Steph's going to crack jokes about the Chevy hat. Oh, yeah, he's got the camo hat. Of course, he likes the outdoors. But, I'm not just into comics and books and movies and stuff like that. We like to do stuff outside, too, and that's a lot of what we like to do. play at the lead mine. Yeah, I mean it's legitimately it's the old Missouri. I mean that's what Missouri's famous for. You know, we live in the lead belt, so you know there's a lot of areas that you know that are run down lead mines that have been closed for years. And like I said, it's safe. You can fish there. They got 4 lakes and all kinds of stuff.
Cool.
Yeah, they do have a range too. They have a shooting range down there too, and they have horse trails and a camping area. Place is freaking huge. All in all, it's 900 acres. You can only ride 700 of it. So you can ride there all day and not ride all of it.
No, you need to come further south and come visit us down in Arkansas and go take the kids to the diamond mine.
Oh yeah, I've always wanted to go there. That place is so cool because you know, yeah, you can find huge. Like I'm not even joking, Trish. I have talked to my wife about it like 100 times because she wants to go to Nashville, Tennessee. Sorry, I don't mean to go off on another tangent.
Oh,
so
that's
she wants
okay.
to go to Nashville, Tennessee, and I'm like, we gotta stop by the diamond because it's an above ground mine. You just pull up there and you can play in the mud all day. Like I want to go after it rains and just dig through and find all the cool stones.
Yeah, you just go get a bucket and you just like that's what you do. There's a big piles of dirt all the way around, like miles and miles of dirt. Just go get you a bucket of mud and just go look at
there
that.
they are. Fish with 5 eyes. Get out of here. So yeah, that's definitely on my list of things to do. I definitely want to take the kids down there because that would be a blast. I can only imagine. Like Roderick does not like to get dirty. But Adriana, with her cute little blonde curls, that kid could freaking eat the clean like a fish stick and be covered in 4 gallons of sauce by the time she gets done. So she would have a blast. Like she would come out of the mine with more dirt on her than would be left there.
Now over in Oklahoma, there is this lake, and it's a lake, and literally it's like this much water. But you dig down and you find crystals. Now these crystals aren't worth much, but they're actual crystals that grow underground. And you like dig down and you pull them out, and it's amazing. And that's it's like the diamonds. It's a hit or miss if you're gonna find anything like a speck or whatever. But yeah, those crystals. If you want it just for the kids to have fun, then go to that one.
That's it, Wendy. That's gonna be a stretch goal. The Naughty Fairy tour bus field trip. We all load up in the bus. Wendy picks us all up, and we go to the crystal mine, and we all hunt for crystals. See who gets the biggest one.
Awesome. That would be a lot of fun. Absolutely.
Yeah, we were talking about that on CB show a couple of weeks ago. I'm like, man, we need to get the Naughty Fairy tour bus.
Yes.
You know, we make Steph paint the wings on the bus. Ruben can do the body. Steph can do the wings. I think he'd be good at it.
That'd be great.
Yeah. Steph loves doing wings. So.
Yeah, those are his favorite. Do some flames on the side too, because I hear he's really good at doing those.
Lots of hair, fire, wings, water droplets. We got it all.
Maybe some lace.
I can imagine telling that to my boss. My boss's name is Mike too. I'll be like, Mike, I'm going on tour with the Faeries, and he'll be like, Trish, are you off your meds?
What's behind door number 1? Well, see, this is one of those fake doors. It's only a single door, but it goes out to the back porch, and that's where the shed and the trailer for the Razor are. So, nothing interesting out there. That's where Toddler Fight Club took place.
That's right. That's the best place right there. Toddler Fight Club.
Toddler Fight Club. It's famous now.
I know what you want.
Yeah.
Well, I want to hear what Wendy's prized possession is.
You know what? I don't think I have anything like
her adoring fans.
No, I have. Okay, so when my kids were little, really before we really got into comic books, I would take their artwork that they would make for me and I would frame it and I would have it all up around the house. And I had it was the art gallery for the kids. And I still have all their stuff framed. When they started once my daughter graduated and my son hit high school, I opted to not have their artwork up because it was embarrassing them and their friends would come over and tease them and stuff. So I took it down because I didn't want to embarrass them. But Godzilla is way cooler. Absolutely.
Well, he's 41 years old, so he's got some age to him.
That is
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
you
would
can
go
show it,
watch
but then you gotta go put it up because
So this is mine that Mike got me for our 5th
Aw,
anniversary.
That is so cool.
Oh,
It's a special edition. He got it from when he took me to San Diego Comic-Con for the first time.
like it.
Mind you, that dates it, so you know what I mean. This is
That
the
is
first year it was
cool.
out.
Yeah, Marvel Zombies. It's like the original one. So
Yes.
it's a-
Yeah.
Yes, original and limited and all that fun stuff.
Yeah.
This was my first thing that I like. Okay, I really like comics now.
you liked comics.
I liked
before.
comics before, but this is my baby, and that's Mike's baby.
All right, but your baby's gotta be put up.
Yeah,
because
my
it's
baby's
fresh.
got to be put back in the plastic.
Hey, there's Larry.
Yeah, I'll do it. We hit 10K. I'll shave my head. I'm not scared. See, that's one thing you don't know about me. I don't care. I'll do crazy stuff. I'll shave my head. Then I'll match Roderick. I'll be Balderdash Senior, and he'll be Balderdash Junior.
Hey,
I'm
I
getting yelled at. If we hit
my-
$10,000, you won't let me shave my head if we hit 10K.
Hey.
The boss said no.
my brother-in-law all of his life had this long hair, and we were going to see Monday Night Raw the one night, and they were giving us. We had already bought tickets, but if you'd let them shave your head, they'd give you free tickets, and the free tickets were better than the ones we had. So I shaved mine. That was nothing, but he had to get his shaved, and it was crazy just to go see. And then we didn't even win the raffle to meet Stone Cold Steve Austin. We were so upset.
Oh man.
There,
Still
there
not
I don't
was,
think-
funny.
I don't think he's cut his hair since then.
there was a thing one year where the WWE was down in the nearby city to us, and my friend who has long hair like me, he offered to let Kurt Hennig shave his hair in the ring, but he didn't have to do it unless we would have got the tickets and we would have been actually able to go. But they found somebody else. They wanted to shave more.
No.
That's a bummer.
I think my friend would have been sad to have. I mean, he would have been happy that Kurt did it.
Yeah.
So Wendy, what are some of the upcoming stretch goals for Naughty Fairy Con?
Right now, we're less than, well, it's like maybe just over 250 away from unlocking Morgan Bailey's photograph. So that's the next one up. I'm so excited for that one. It's beautiful.
And what about you, JW? What do you got coming up soon as an unlock?
I
know you were talking about you were going to finish up some art for a bookmark, I think it was.
Yeah, that was unlocked. I just need to finish the art. I got part of it done on Saturday before I got sick. I haven't been able to do the other half. But I announced yesterday once we get to 85 backers, and then if we fund, I'm going to take those 85, the physical backers from that for 85 backers, and we're going to do a raffle for a sketch cover. So whoever wins will get a sketch cover.
Well, that's pretty cool.
Sweet.
So, Mike, a question I've been dying to ask you, because I don't know if you talked about it before, and if you did, I missed it. So, you said you were working on a comic book. Do you have a timeline for when you're thinking about publishing that, or?
I'm working with Chuck, and it'll probably be after my surgery. So, and that got pushed back because our youngest daughter got COVID. I didn't want to take the risk of actually having COVID.
Is she okay?
She thought she just had the flu. She was doing just fine. She went to the doctor because, the flu is bad.
Yeah.
And they're like, no, you don't got the flu. You got COVID. So it totally shocked her. Just whoa. And then after they told her, like a few days later, she lost her sense of smell and taste. Entirely lost it.
Oh,
She
wow.
sat at her house and ate an onion like an apple because
Oh
she
my!
And I was like, whoa. But
Yeah.
she tested negative for COVID the other day, so she's out with her other daughter tonight. They're
bonding. Our daughters are like they're so close that sometimes they annoy each other because they're so close. But when they haven't seen each other for like 2 weeks, it's like, oh, I miss you too. Come over to my house. Okay, let's like go clean out my closet. Okay. I'm like, really?
Aw.
they're also opposites sometimes. So I mean,
But yeah, no, she's doing great. And, but the doctor just wanted to be cautious with Mike being exposed to it because with the lymphedema, it gets into your system. And with like Mike, it like lingers there. So, and we have to just be like careful. So, I'd rather take the extra 3 weeks out. That doctor said, let's wait, 21 days, make sure that there's no chance of COVID. Because, like I said, Mike has not left the house since last March, really, besides doctor's appointments.
no, I went the one time. I seen New Mutants in the theater.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was in April. Yeah.
You
And
tell
there
her.
were 6 of us. There were 6 of us. Us, our daughters, and our best friend and his wife. Yeah, there were 6 of us in the theater.
That doesn't matter. We got to go out. I've been
Yeah.
out once in a year. When you only get to go out one, I have seen more porn than I've seen outside.
Well, you read comic books, you know what I mean?
I read Totally Red Library.
Did you read all 17 words?
More than that, there's just a lot of oohs and ahs.
Oh.
That's funny.
So yeah,
man.
Mike is looking at surgery on the 4th of February. So
Yeah, well, I mean, it's been pushed back now at least twice. So I'm looking at surgery in 2021.
This is 2021.
That's right. I'm hoping.
Sometime this year, he's going to have it. Eventually.
Yeah, sometime this year. Well, if you go,
he lost like 80 pounds, give or take, and so he has like a lot of excess skin. And they said that they'll remove it so he can actually walk because it's really hard to walk. Because imagine you lose 80 pounds and you have all this extra skin, and it's hard for him to walk with all that extra skin. So that's what I'm really actually looking forward to is the removal skin.
Oh, we're skipping the rest of the surgery?
Well, no, we got to have that too. But, I that's the part I want where you can walk normal. So,
Mike, are you turning red?
No.
Is Trish telling on you?
No, but Trish gets very excited about stuff. And we hear something and she like calls everybody and tells everybody, all right, we're doing it. It's like in a day. Here we go. And then it gets pushed off. She doesn't call anybody and tell anybody anything. Nobody gets the calls that things are not happening. So
my brother called.
One of my surgery dates, my best friend from up in Iowa calls. He's like, hey man, I wanted to catch you before you went into surgery. And I'm like, that's weeks away, man. It's like, no, it's today. It's on my calendar. I'm like, no, that's been changed twice since then. So Trish will call everybody and tell them, here we go. And if it doesn't happen, she's like, moving on.
So you got all these people calling you and you're like, whoa, no, that's not happening. Trish is like, yeah. Oh, wait, no, it's happening on this day.
It's like if somebody doesn't see us on a show in a week, no, that's the week Mike had surgery. That's how you figure it out. If you don't
That's
see
how
us
you
in
figure
the
it out.
chat for a week, oh, Mike must have had surgery this week. I should just drop a message.
Well, yeah, and it's so bad. It's insane because the hospitals here are overloaded, so they're not scheduling any surgeries outside of anything.
Emergency surgeries, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, even the emergency surgeries they're not doing. There was a guy that died here in St. Louis that needed some kind of brain operation. They refused to do it because they were overloaded, and I think it was 3 days later he passed away because they couldn't get him in to do it. So I mean, it's insane stuff that's going on with the hospitals. But that's like me, you know, when they shut down, they're like, "Oh, well, you may have cancer, but we'll see you in a few months when everything opens back up, and we'll see how you're progressing." And I'm like, "Oh, gee, thanks." So it's crazy out there for people, not safe for work, online comic.
No, you missed the one where Lewis pointed out that February 4th, the day after Nebula Pearl goes live, that's the best time, although on February 3rd, nothing in the universe will be denied to me because I will have surgery the next day. Trish will literally give me anything in the universe.
The creators that are in the room and our other friends that do artwork. Mike wants Trish.
How much does anybody's stuff sway me? You are a weed in the wind.
This is true. This is true.
People are like, look at the shiny, look at the shiny. Trish is like, look at the shiny.
Squirrel.
And I'm like, we'll back it tomorrow. And you're like, what?
I know. I wanted to back that one tonight, and you're like, give it 24 hours. I'm like, he said, back it now, back it now.
You go both ways. Like, we need to back these. And at the same time, you're like, maybe we should cut down on some of these Kickstarters. And I'm like, no, we should just stop and wait. I mean, otherwise you will back 3 new Kickstarters and you'll drop Naughty Faeries.
No, we won't.
Oh no, we can't do that. Guest relations will come and find you and tase you.
And then Russell rough you up. I mean,
yeah.
Then he'll take your finger and like make you make a bigger pledge. He'll like
We're gonna upgrade you to the VIP all covers tier.
Oh no, I'm very happy with my pledge because it's original art. That's why I wanted that one. And then Mike's like, well, we got to at least back to get the actual know what the story's about.
Steph knows you.
Trish, squirrel, where's the squirrel?
Yeah. Well, yeah, and you talk about shiny things. I guarantee you that means that Trish added on the bottle openers and the lighters, which, if you didn't know, those are new add-ons that you can get for the Naughty Fairy campaign. Oh, Wendy's got them. She's going to show them off. Hold on.
These turned out so cool. All right. So this is steps. And they're double-sided. So you have this image on one side. And this one on the other.
I wonder if he got that motel sign from the motel they stayed at while they were in Cape Cod.
Possibly. Now check out this one. This one's David Harrigan's. This is the naughty side, and then there's a naughtier side. So
the naughty side and the naughtier side.
The naughtier side.
I covered.
Why are you hiding it? We have all seen it. Everybody in the peanut gallery has seen it.
Are we on Facebook?
Oh yeah.
I don't want to get in trouble. And then this one is Keith Garvey's. And then the naughty side. Okay, wait. There we go.
Those turned out really good.
Yeah.
So I have the set of 3. Or you can do the bottle. Okay, wait. Gotta cover the pop that top. And you can do this one with the lighter as a set. So
Now, isn't there another bottle opener? Is it the bottoms up?
No, the other one's the tops off, and that
Tops
one
off.
is downstairs.
Ah, I gotcha. You've been putting it to good use.
That was from the other. That was from the previous Kickstarter. But if you missed out on that one, you can pick it up on this campaign too. So you can get both bottle openers.
And I see Jim stole your idea, and he did his own bottle opener too.
I'm helping Jim make his bottle opener, so I'm super excited.
Okay.
And guys, mind you, these are not cheap, bendy bottle openers either, because I got the bottle opener with the Naughty Fair Steampunk playing cards, and you could probably pry a tire off a rim with these things, and they wouldn't
They're
bend.
really strong. They're really sturdy.
Oh, they are, for sure.
And then I'm super excited because we're doing cross promotions. Naughty Fairies is cross promoting with Totally Rad Comics. So, those who back both Naughty Fairies and Jim and Totally Rad Comics can get the cool poker chip crossover piece. So that's the crossover one. And then with the Scavenger Hunt is a crossover with CB Zanes and Into the Suck, which launches January 28th. And the winner will pick the top 3 will get a foil cover with the crossover image. And that's the only way you're going to be able to get this particular cover is through the Scavenger Hunt. So if you have not participated yet, you want to get in on this because the deadline is February 28th. So you want to get in before the end of the Into the Suck campaign. And then if you back Into the Suck, Naughty Faeries, Totally Rad Comics, and if you already have backed Fire Bitch, there is a 4-way crossover that we're
Wait a minute, there's a 4-way.
So squeak.
Squeak.
Yeah, so we have a really cool cross promotion happening with the 4 of us, which is going to be amazing.
Yeah, see, I think it's a clone. I think somehow Trish just figured out a way to clone herself with taking all these pictures. I don't know. The troll is slowly closing in on her, so we'll find out.
No, because it's really cool. We have this park that is all bridges. And my sister's a redhead and has a dog. So it was like all the big points, one park, 1 hour, we could do this. And then we went to Barnes & Noble, and those girls at Barnes & Noble were like super amazing. They let us go with our naughty picture. They let us go hide in the corner and like take pictures. So
This is not a naughty picture.
We'll make sure you get. Don't worry about it. We'll take care of you.
thank you. Yeah, because I got that for Jack for like a Christmas. Thank you for being our friend type deal. So
yeah, we take care of our backers.
And then, Wendy, you got another Kickstarter coming up in March, I believe it is?
In March. Yes. I have another. I want to get through this one before I start talking about the one in March. And then we have one in the summertime. Steph, Carrie Ann, and I are doing something really cool over the summer. And we can't talk about it.
Are they water boobs instead of water balloons that you throw at each other?
Anything. Nope. Nope.
can I request Christmas cards now?
Yes. You can use on that.
See, I'm telling you, and for the Christmas cards, we need to have naughty elf gigolo assassins. I mean, I'm telling you, it's got to be elves. It is Christmas.
Yeah, Steph, it was summer. That's what we were talking about. I'll just talk to Carrie Ann. Carrie Ann knows what's going on.
Whoa, Summer. He's still working on the stretch goals from the last campaign. No,
No, it's going to be so much fun. So yeah, we have. There's just so much happening, and I'm super excited. The Nebula Pearl, Lewis's has that's been going on for when did we start that? Because all 4 of us, because that is CB, Mike Shoemaker, Karen Nicole, and Alfred Trujillo, and myself all worked on that project. And Lewis asked me about it a while ago. So we have had that. It has been like torture not to be able to talk about it because it has been so much fun and it's so great.
And then he gets banned from Kickstarter, you know.
And it gets banned from Kickstarter. And that's just the outside. You guys, seriously, what happens inside is phenomenal. It is so great.
Well, I haven't really seen any of the insides, but Lewis sent me a preview of the thing, and I looked through it. And I was like, oh, this looks really good. I don't know much about Lily the Demoness and that yet, but I mean, I'll get to that. And I was like, oh, this looks really good. And then he wrote, banned from Kickstarter. I'm like, what? How could it be banned from Kickstarter? I mean, it's sort of naughty. I mean, there's some stuff in there, but it's not like totally rad naughty. I mean,
well, see, now Kickstarter's going to ban it again because you're talking about you got to see the insides, so they're going to be like, nope, it's banned again. You can see inside.
Yeah. You know, something's going on with Kickstarter. I don't know. I know Kara and I both talked about this right at the end. Like, it was the last 48 hours of her campaign. People couldn't back. People couldn't access the Kickstarter page. They couldn't adjust their pledges. I'm having the same issue on my campaign. So if you're trying to back and you can't get in, let me know and we'll work something out. I don't want people to feel bad or be frustrated that they can't access the Kickstarter. So, and then I'll take that into account and keep a total of anything that comes in that we have to do outside of Kickstarter because people can't use the site. I've got another email to them and I'm waiting to hear back because I don't know what the problem is. Because some campaigns are doing fine and it's not an issue, but I did hear that Kickstarter got rid of their beta for the add-ons. So it's possible that because I have add-ons, that's like causing a problem. And because they got rid of the add-ons for any new campaigns, it's causing a problem. But we're trying to figure it out. So if you're trying to back and you haven't been able to, you can try the app. That seems to be helping and working pretty well.
Well, I don't think they're taking away.
Me.
I don't think they're taking away the add-on option for the beta users. So, like, when I started setting up Xenonanite Titan, it's still letting me do add-ons because I got in on the beta. And
But I think the last week or two, like they
okay.
it. So, and that's when I started having all the issues.
Hmm.
It was after the campaign was going a week, then all of a sudden it seems like there's all sorts of problems.
So, Wendy, I have like things. One, are you doing something for National Toaster Day? Jim is next month.
Am I? I don't know. I have so much stuff going on. There's so much stuff going on. So I'll have to see about the toasters. Okay, what's the next?
Summer camp. Are you going to summer camp too?
I have not been invited to go to summer camp.
Okay, didn't know if you were. And the third thing is, can you make a Naughty Fairy cornhole game for us?
I don't know if I have that ability, but I will try.
Hey, you just got to get in touch with stuff for that. I mean, he got that kick-ass banner that he's got behind him now, so he's got the file that you could have printed on the cornhole.
You know what cornhole is, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm like imagining you could have the girl's cootie be where you throw the thing and it.
Yeah, I don't know even how to. I would have to. I don't know. I would probably have to find the cornhole board. Like my son just picked one up for my niece, like I don't know, a month ago, and they played it at Christmas time. They had a great time. So I would have to find like a blank board or have it made and then have the image put on. I mean, I don't know how involved that would be. If anybody knows how to do that, let me know and I'll work with you.
Your other problem is going to be is that it's going to weigh about 30 or so pounds, and you're going to ship that.
But that's less than what our normal Kickstarters weigh when they ship that.
Well, but then there's the add-ons on top of the cornhole board. It will legitimately be a 90-pound box she sends people. The mailman will die.
And William, they're not like when they did the add-ons, it was a beta test. So when they were doing add-ons, not everybody could do add-ons. You had to submit a form to Kickstarter. So you could click on the add-ons when you're setting up the campaign, and it'd be like, "Hi, we're glad you wanted to use this option. Please fill out this 60-page questionnaire of why we should let you use add-ons." So I took that as my opportunity to write them a 5,000-word essay on why they should let me, which they probably didn't read it, and they just granted me the green light right away. But so only select people were allowed to do the add-ons on the Kickstarters, and they did it for a brief period of time, and they ended it like right towards the end of the year. But the beta users are still able to access add-ons. Like I've been setting up the campaign for Xenonanite Titan for next month, and I have add-ons on my campaign. So I don't know if they're going to take away that right from people who already have access to it. But it was basically just a beta to see how it worked, and then they're going to eventually add it on for everyone to be able to use it. We were just kind of like, hey, you guys work out the bugs, but we're going to let you do this.
I think what I'm going to do is I may go in and get rid of all the add-ons on that add-on feature and just remove them from being active. And then if you need to add on, we'll just do it the old-fashioned way where you just message me and increase your pledge. Because if that's what's causing the campaign to like stall because people can't access it, then it needs to go. So I'm going to give it one more day, and then I probably will just go in and remove that add-on feature, and you'll just add on the way you do it. Oh my
God. I need TV for my bunghole.
So much fun. Yeah. Somebody make that happen.
Here's a word
Trash.
that doesn't get used often enough.
I
Cornhole.
Cornhole. And it always cracks you up too, because when you hear people say it, you know everybody around their ears perk up and they're like, "What'd they just say? Did they just say cornhole?" Like, no, we're talking about a game, everybody. All right, you know, it's what it's called. But yeah, I'm sure.
No. Jack mentioned George Carlin. George Carlin talked about
Oh,
cornholing.
yeah,
A word that doesn't get used often enough no more.
yeah. Danny thinks this is unscripted.
This
that's-
isn't unscripted, is it?
No, can you tell we're from the Midwest? We want to play some cornhole. So
Yeah.
let's go play some cornhole with us.
Yeah. Or
And that's
washers,
not a
you know.
Midwest accent, although that's Southern slang, trishy.
Trishies.
Trishies. Oh my gosh. They even got a.
We played cornhole. God, I bet it was. We played it before Mark was born. So 3 or 4 years ago, the last time we played this game that Trish suddenly wants to play.
Well, no, her one-liner has the girl showing her hoo-hoo, and I was thinking, that'd be great on a cornhole board. Her, a gorgeous girl with her hoo-hoo right there. I'm like, who wouldn't want to play that?
And you play it at a family event, so you invite grandma to come over and look at the girl. Hoo-hoo.
You play at our house. Not every house is as friendly as ours.
Oh man.
My grandma, when she'd be alive, she'd be like, "Oh, are you kids having fun?" Yep, grandma, just stay over there and just drink your sweet tea in the corner.
But if she figured it out, it'd be like, Trish, we're going home now. You're a grown adult. You would be going home right then.
Yeah.
Party over.
Grandma, my house is right there. Yeah, you're going home.
Yeah, for all you know, Grandma was really open-minded. She's hanging out there with her cut-off shorts on and a Pabst Blue Ribbon in her hand and some bean bags in the other, right?
Well, Jack, I don't know about everybody's grandma. Maybe other people's grandmas, but before mine passed away, they were not going to be part of cornholing.
No,
neither of them were going to be part of it.
But I will tell you what his grandma did before she passed away. Okay, so we went to the casino and they had.
Oh no! Please tell that. That's awful.
But there was a bus from Mississippi, and anyways, Grandma's like, there are sure a lot of, and she used the N-word, and we're like, Grandma, around all these people, and oh my gosh, I was like so embarrassed. You gotta love the grandmas.
That we tell it to everybody on Facebook. You weren't embarrassed then. You just made it public.
Yes. Welcome to our life.
Trisha's super proud of what Grandma did.
Read the box.
This box?
Yeah.
Just for
Jim!
Yep, see, somebody said cornholing and Jim shows up.
cornhole in there, Jim.
Jim's like, my ears were burning. Somebody was talking about me. So, yeah, Jim, you just missed the whole conversation about the whole conversation of Wendy making a Naughty Fairy cornholing board. So,
don't worry, Trish will have 2 more ideas before we're done.
I will. That's the bad thing about my job. I'm all by myself, so I have like time to think about what would be good for like Kickstarters for like things for these people. I'm like, Jim, I found beer stickers that you can put on make your own beer label.
Wendy made a beer label.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, and we're all going to be getting a super sweet beer label along with the other 90 pounds of stretch goals, as Mike puts it.
Well, you know what? Somebody was saying that they don't want all this stuff. They were complaining about all the extra stretch goals.
I'll take their stuff too.
And what I said is, what I can do is on the survey, I can say if you want to pass on your stretch goal, you can. You don't have to take it. It's just something that's offered. That's a bonus for support and just fun. So
I'll take it.
we'll see how many people pass on it or don't want it. And other people may be like, what? Yes, of course I want free stuff.
Just put it all in my box.
Yeah.
Yeah, people pass on their stretch goals. It's okay.
Actually, I wish you would make a binder that like for naughty fairies, and then have like the slots for the coins to go into, or the sleeves to put all the extra metal cards and the extra cards and stuff like that, so I can keep it all together without it looking tacky with one box.
Well, that's like the $50,000 stretch goal. So if we get there, then I'll totally do that.
And Danny, what disturbs me the most about this is that you had to add without pants on, because who wears pants? I mean,
pantsless free zone. Come on, man.
jeez.
That almost sounds like
I am the great Cornholio.
that's how my nephew when he was a little boy, and Buzz and Woody were big and huge. Toy Story. Woke up 5:30 in the morning. You hear this little kid. I got a big Woody. I got a big Woody for Christmas. Screaming as loud as he can, and we're like, "Who's got a Woody? What's going on?" You know what I mean? What's going on? Wait! All the nephews and nieces are here. Oh, what's going on?
Oh my gosh.
You wanted to take them all out cornholing. What in the world?
Well, and see, to make things even worse, you had, the pull-ups that had Woody and Buzz on them. So you got the kids that ran in the room and shot their stuff up in the air and like, look at me, I've got a Woody. And it's like they have no idea what they're saying, and you're just like, oh man, what did I get myself into?
Yeah, adults find ways of amusing themselves.
Yep. Well, we've been running for a little while. I'm sure Wendy's got a lot of work that she's got to get to. It's been fun hanging with you guys. Definitely check out all the projects that are in the description. We've got Naughty Fairies Con. We've got Jim Noble's Totally Rad. Show me your hits. Yes, I said hits, not tits. So don't look up Show Me Your Tits in Kickstarter. You're not going to get anywhere. And then we've also got Legends of Oz running, Tom Hutchison's project right now. You got this guy's project, Omni, has only got 8 days going down to. Help this guy get funded. You said you're what, $650 from funding, $450?
45.
Yeah, so help this guy get funded. Help make this project come true. This is a second run at it. He's got a lot of cool stuff happening in there. Just unlocked the bookmark. We got more goals and stuff coming. So please help him hit his goal. And if you can't afford to back it, at least share it. Share the link. Click on it.
One thing I do want to add, though, like so people know, once we fund it, there's going to be at least 12 more pages of story that gets unlocked because of other, other pledge levels that were in where people can create characters and stuff, and they'll get 4-page backup story. So
that's really cool. I love those stretch goals where you can add to the project. I think those are great.
That's really awesome, JW. So I'll definitely look forward to that.
Well, there's 2 people that have already backed those on JW's campaign. Someone's going to make a villain, and someone's going to make another person in there. Those people want to get that credit for helping co-create those characters. This project's got to get funded, otherwise there's 2 people out there that are going to cry.
Yeah, and even like I've been trying to tell people, the writer of the book, L.C. Holt, he's a movie director. Like he makes movies. He just wrapped up yesterday on a movie he was making called Time's Up, which is a New Year's Eve horror movie. So he just wrapped up production on that yesterday. So who knows if Omni does well, he might decide to make it into a movie. And if you're a co-creator and he uses those characters, you get a little extra coming your way. So.
That's really cool.
So definitely, guys, check out his project. Share it out. Dang it, wrong way again. Wendy's project. Back it, share it. And like you said, guys, if you can't afford to back it, everybody understands. We're in hard times and stuff. But it doesn't cost a dime to share something out. Your friends will see it. Maybe one of your friends will back it and they'll share it out. And then one of their friends will see it. They'll share it and back it. And that's how we make these things happen and make dreams come true. So give this guy a hand. Share his project out. Give it some love. There we go again, going the wrong way. Same thing with Wendy. She may be funded. Yeah, somewhere. Which way did he go, George? Which way did he go? So this lady over here, give her a shout out. Share out her project. Same thing with Meredith Lawfren. Compendium of Dread. It has going on 7 days left now on it. It's already funded, but it doesn't hurt to help kick it out there more. I think she still has a tier unlock open for a backer to get wrote into the story. They'll be invited to dinner. Now, whether or not they're dinner, who knows? So lots of cool projects going on. Into the Suck 6, get ready for that. The finale launching January 28th. Link is in the description. Hit notify me. There's cross-promotional goodies with this person over there. I'm just going to go both ways.
Which way did he go? Which way did he go?
Well, and sometimes I do the camera the other way, so it screws me up. So there's cross-promotional goodies for Into the Suck with this lady over there, and also with Nebula Pearl, which includes this lady over there. And also, I will be promoting for it soon. There will be a show on the 30th. That is Saturday at 8 p.m. Central. It'll be Wendy Steen Shaner, Luis Torres, Michael Shoemaker, CB Zane, and I think Karen Alfred will be there too. We are going to have an awesome chat about Nebula Pearl. So if you want to know what the project's about, you want to hear some insight from the creators, and if you don't know, all of these creators had part in this story. A few pages were written and it was passed on to the next one and they continued the story. So we all know how twisted this could have got. So definitely check that out. And then also Nebula Pearl will be launching February 3rd, February 4th. Somewhere. Hold on. There we go. This guy over here will be going in for something. So keep him in your thoughts and prayers, possibly.
Maybe.
And then February 16th, Xenonanite Titan makes his return to the Kickstarters. So definitely keep an eye out for that. Yeah, I need signs on sticks like Wile E. Coyote. I definitely do.
You know who else that lady's got a Kickstarter going with too is Giovanni, whatever, I can't say his name, but the artist dude, that everybody loves his artwork too. She's also got a thing with him too.
What's that, Wendy?
On Totally Rad, I've got a.
Oh, on Totally Rad. Yeah, show me your.
No, Giovanni, or what is his name? The other guy, the fancy artist guy.
He does a sketchbook.
Oh, Lorenzo. Lorenzo Spallone.
Oh yeah, Lorenzo Spallone.
Yes, Lorenzo. That's what it is.
Yeah, we have a cross promotion going. It's he did a piece for Naughty Faeries, which hasn't been released yet, and we're doing, if you back his sketchbook for Foreplay and Naughty Faeries, you get a metal card of this unreleased cover image.
So cool, guys. There's lots of awesome projects to check out. Thanks so much for being here tonight, guys. I really appreciate you hanging out and chatting. I won't keep you guys any longer. I hope you guys have a great night and a great week.
Thanks, Russ.
Thanks for having me.
For watching.
Bye, guys. Mwah!
No.
Thanks a lot for being here tonight, guys. We had a great show. It was fun to sit around and chat and talk and discuss fun projects. I appreciate y'all being here. So we have a couple shows coming up. I'm going to get ready to drop the promo tomorrow. So we have one for a project called Blue. It is a children's story that is coming out. I'm really looking forward to talking to this fella about the book. He's got kind of an inspirational story to talk about. And you know how we like to talk about those on the show. So I look forward to that. And we also will be talking to the creator with Power Tunes, with art from Sean Forney and Rodney Fike that will be releasing soon. So I'll definitely look forward to that. Everyone have a great night. Have a great week. I will see you guys on Sunday, and I'll see you Saturday. Well, I won't see you. Harry Sachs will see you for the review show. Everyone, as always, Russ Explode Studios, projects that'll blow your mind. You have a great night.